And welcome back. We are at the GC 2025, and I am Anissa Johnson with Dare to Dream at the 3ABN. And with me today, I have a dear friend of mine. Her name is Jovannah Adams, and she is the new superintendent of the Missouri-Iowa Conference, superintendent of education. And she is an original American. And Jovannah, could you please tell me what tribe you're with?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So I am from the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in South Dakota. I'm in Oglala, Lakota Sioux. And my Lakota name is Wachia Ishtapiini, which means lightning eyes woman.
I think that's fitting, very fitting. Can you tell me how growing up on a reservation affected your desire for education and what you bring when you come to the classroom or as a new superintendent?
Absolutely. So on our reservation specifically, there is roughly about 50% chance of our high schoolers graduating from high school. So just graduating, period. And so it's a little bit more than that now, but at the time I had a 50-50 chance of graduating high school, period. And then as we go on to postgraduate, and we get into undergrad school, you have a 6% chance of graduating from college. And so for me to go not only coming into high school and possibly not even getting accepted into an Adventist school, into Holbrook Indian School because of my grades, because I had failed my 8th grade year, to go and because of faith, because of the mission that we have in Adventist education, to push past that because of finding and claiming that identity in Christ and going further and further and embracing who God called me to be within His vision. I was able to push past statistics, push past those boundaries, push past cultural differences and cultural shock to be able to come to where I am. Not only am I past that 50-50 mark, but now I'm in a position to help other kids do that themselves, to see potential.
Now, with teaching with you, I know that you have 5 kids at home, and yet when you were teaching high school, you would still give up your evenings to go in and help students who needed extra help well after the school hours were over. You are very invested in education. How do you plan to use that in this new position as superintendent with all these schools from elementary to high school?
So that's a good question. So people ask me all the time, how do you do that? How do you balance all of these things? Because I am also pursuing my doctorate in educational leadership. So that is also with the superintendent. Honey, can you wait over there? Sorry. One of the things that I do is I actually bring my kids with me when I'm able to. You just were able to meet Matthew, my 13-year-old son. So when I'm able to, I like to bring my kids with me to experience things. But also I make boundaries for my family. There are times. So you mentioned me coming in the evenings. I very intentionally place those after my children's bedtime, but before the dorm's bedtime, and so that I could offer that extra help. And it does pay off, because there was a kid in my sophomore English class who his parents really, really struggled with him in class and trying to get accommodations for him. But he was so smart. He had severe ADHD. Anger outbursts, so much people would talk about how he threw chairs in the classroom when he was angry, or just had these huge anger outbursts. But I asked for him to be put into AP English because I knew he was a smart kid, and we made accommodations. We took our time, and this kid graduated with finished the class with college credit this year.
Wonderful. Someone
who they thought he wouldn't graduate high school because of English class is going into college with college credit in English.
I'm going to be honest, what you do I think is amazing. Working with these kids, and now, working with schools and everything that's involved with that while doing your doctorate and maintaining a very large family. So I'm super proud of you. And I think you're going to be amazing. And I'm really hoping that you get to come onto the Dare to Dream Network and tell us your story about how you became Adventist and how everything worked together to bring you where you are now.
I would absolutely love that. You just tell me the date.
I will. I got your number. Anyway, this has been Jovannah Porber Adams, Superintendent, Missouri-Iowa Conference. I'm Anissa Johnson, and I just want to remind you, be encouraged.